Hi guys, it's Charlie again with another Alder update. Wanted to give you guys an update on where things are at with the Police-School Liaison Officer, or the PSLO. As you are all aware, I think there's been a lot of debate around whether or not we continue to have the PSLO, or the PSLO rather, at the school, or if we get rid of them. So the Verona Area School District Board met recently to discuss what a new contract would look like with the city and the Verona Police Department. I do have to say that I do feel like both the school district and the police have done a lot of listening, and I think that they've both entered into good faith negotiations and trying to get to something that reflects the general wishes of the community and hopefully meets everyone's needs and comes to a best decision for the city and for our students and for our staff. And so the school district sent over a intergovernmental agreement to the city to consider. And if you get the Verona Press, you may have read it already. It's in today's Verona Press. And the proposed changes rather, to the 2020 to 2021 PSLO contract are as follows. Training and de-escalation techniques for the PSLO and officers who would provide backup. A large focus on student education and restorative practices. Creating improved relationships between students and the PSLO. Having officers wear plain clothes. Changing the mission to better reflect the district and the city's mutual goal. District would have the ability to choose the officer in the PSLO role. Increase in communication between the district and the city. And finally, allowing the district to be informed about citations given to students beforehand. So obviously what this means is that there would continue to be a police-school liaison officer in the school. But I think the major changes are that, one, the school gets to have a lot more say about who that person is, that the person will not be uniformed. I think, as I said in a previous video, I think that even adults can be intimidated by police officers in full uniform with weapons, much less students, and particularly students of color. And so I think that's a good move. The person will still be weaponized, so as I read the contract, it is up to the discretion of the officer themselves as to whether or not that weapon is fully visible to students or whether or not it's concealed. So I'm curious to know what people think. I think that, again, I think they've entered into good faith agreements. I think they've tried to listen well to the community sentiment. I think probably some people still would rather that the police officer is not there at all. I think another thing to keep in mind is that next year there's going to be, I believe, up to 6 additional security officers present at the new high school. And just interestingly, the data from having the 3 security officers there in this past year basically demonstrated, I think it was a 92% drop in arrests from the police due to the fact that the security officers were present. So in other words, they were intervening, cutting things off at the pass so that things didn't end up in arrests, which means that students aren't ending up with records unnecessarily. At the end of the day, we're dealing with children, and so, is giving children a police record the best way to go? So again, curious to know what your thoughts are. Please be respectful in the comments. I think the last post got a little, has gotten a little unruly. The whole point of these posts is to have civil conversation, civil engagement, so that we come to the best decision for our city and for our students and for our staff. So again, let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Have a good night. Bye.